Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games back with another really cool arcade game video for you this evening. Check this one out. This is the original, and by original I mean the very original, Neo Geo dedicated one-slot arcade game. Now I would suppose they released the one-slot, the two-slot, and the four-slot all at the same time, but I have never had a one-slot, so I figured I would film a video since we finally got one in, and we can check out the very minor differences between it and the other ones. To a certain group of fans, this is like the holy grail of arcade games. Not necessarily the one-slot version, but the Neo Geo dedicated system. They released a ton of these things, and they were all over the place back in the day, mainly because you could change the games that were installed in the cabinet really easily. So we'll check it out. But like I said, we've never had the one slot. We've had tons of kits where they've turned a cabinet into a Neo Geo, but this one came from the factory like this. It's had a hard life because it's had a lot of stuff done to it, but we'll go over that too. This is basically what it looked like straight out of the factory. So a gentleman traded this in a couple weeks ago, and we finally got around to working on it and got it up and running pretty good. And just to start off with, I'll show the little label here. So all of these Neo Geos have a label right on the front. And this one just says model number Neo Geo system. It says serial number 100,475. They probably, I would guess, I don't know, they probably started at 100,000, so it's probably the 475th one slot, maybe, I don't know. But as you can see, someone has repainted it, and they repainted it with spray paint. Not necessarily the best way to do it, but I guess it's still presentable. But it should be a slightly different color of red. If you look on the side, they taped off the original Neo Geo lettering and painted the red around it. And the same on the other side. And then it's got a lot of little stuff like this. I think there's a screw or something in there. I don't know. They've also replaced the marquee. So it looks good, but it's not the original one, you know. If it was the original one, that would be better, but it is what it is, people. And then on the marquees on any of the Neo Geos, they had a little slot that you could put a little mini marquee in. And depending on which game you put in there, they would have a different slot. So the gentleman has installed the multi-cart in this one, which is like a hacked Chinese copy of the original cartridges with 161 games on it. But usually, originally the marquee would have been a hard plastic. This is just a printed piece with a piece of plastic over it, but it would have been a hard piece of plastic with a little slot that you could slide that card down inside. I may have one in the back. Let me go look. Maybe I've got one off of something. I'll go look real quick. Hell yeah, I had one laying in the back. Now that I think about it, so this is a real one, right? Someone has taped this. I don't know if I can take that tape off without screwing it all up, but what game is that anyway? Neo Turf Masters. Let me get this tape off here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now to all you Neo Geo fans, you know all this of course, but I try to be thorough in my videos. If you read the comments, you'll see that tons of people have no clue about any of this. So I'm showing them some of this for the first time. So someone has taped this in. Anyway, you see the little plastic piece there? So that's a little holder for this little marquee. And so when I can't put this one on the cabinet because it's smaller. It's cut down. This was probably off of a kit game or something. But the little plastic pieces stick out a little bit, and you can slide the mini marquee down in there. And the reason that they made it was, if you were an operator, you could buy a new kit for maybe $200-300 with a new game in it. You come in, you change that little card in the marquee, and you put in the new cartridge in the system. Bam! It's a completely different game. And it would be really easy to rotate the games around from location to location too. So you didn't even have to have a new one. You could just, maybe you take Samurai Showdown 2 out of this one and move it over to another location. And then in this location, you've got Samurai Showdown 3. This is one of the cartridges. So maybe you just got this one in. You put the cartridge in. You change the marquee to say Samurai Showdown 3. Now this location has a brand new game, and then you take the Samurai Showdown 2 cartridge out and the marquee and take it over to another location that still has Samurai Showdown 1 or something like that. So it was really cool for the operators because it was real easy for them to move games around. And this is the one slot, but the real cool benefit of the system was most of them had 2 games or 4 games in them. Some of them even had 6 games, but it would have 2 that you could pick between, and there was a button on the control panel that said select game. I just noticed that on this one, since it's a 1 slot, it doesn't have the extra button that you press to select the game. So I'm going to show you inside of it too, just so you can see kind of what's going on. And again, this thing's not in the greatest of shape. It's had a hard life, but it is still largely intact. So the Wells Garner monitor has been removed, and someone has installed a Pentranic in it. And look how they spelled warranty. And down here in the bottom, I've got the back doors off of it. It has back doors, of course. But down here in the bottom, you can see the front of the cabinet there. And we'll look under the control panel here in a minute. The bottom of this has also been replaced. This would have originally looked a little different, and it would have had a place to mount a larger power supply. Someone has replaced that with this little smaller power supply, which is fine. It'll run fine like that. But that wouldn't have been original. This is just a piece of plywood someone's cut for it. Again, it's not in perfect shape, but everything works, and it's doing its thing. And this is what I would believe to be the original board set. It's a 1-slot board. It's an official board. It's mounted on a piece of plywood, but I think that's probably correct. I think that's probably how it would have came from the factory. I may be wrong about that, but like I said, I've never had a 1-slot, so other than the kits. So that's how everything's mounted inside. At least on this one, it may have been changed at some point. So let's look in the control panel. So again, it doesn't have the select button. That's pretty cool. See if I can open it with one hand without breaking something. So there's your control panel where it's never had a hole drilled for it. Of course, your buttons and everything mounted. Everything's dedicated. It's got the little LED lights. This plate here, on some of them, it would have been used to mount the card reader, but it's not on this cabinet. But I don't believe it ever was. It has a little block-off plate. I've seen that before on some of them. And then there is the board. I'd like to see some other pictures of other folks to see if that's how it was originally mounted. You see the harness there. The harness all looks original, and it is the board would whatever board was in it. If it wasn't this one, it would have mounted right there anyway. But I just don't know about that piece of plywood behind it. So that's what we got. So, like I said, they've installed this little multi-card in it, and I've got it up and running. One of my favorite Neo Geo games, Nightmare in the Dark. So we're going to play that a little bit. just to show it off. But it's the one on the multi-cart. I don't have the original one. We'll play it, though, and see what you think. Yeah. Pretty cool little game. It's just a great-looking cabinet. Of course, if you know, everybody knows the story, but they have tons of different Neo Geo cabinets, too. Some of them are really tall. They did kits into a bunch of different games. So it's really common to see them, a regular cabinet kitted into a Neo Geo. All right, so I'll set up the tripod, and we'll play Nightmare in the Dark a little bit. All right. So we're going to watch the attract mode. They tell a little story if we don't have to wait too long. Hall of Fame. How high can you get? It's a good question. Neo Geo Gigapower Pro Gear Spec SNK. Winners don't use drugs. That's the damn truth. Parental advisory warning. This game is classified suitable for all ages. All right. This was an ancient story when people still believed in the power of witchcraft. Don't we all still believe in witchcraft? There lived one gravekeeper at a very small village in a remote region. He lived a quiet, solitary life in a corner of the cemetery, for he kept away from village people due to his very ugly appearance. One day he found the graves were ransacked and some corpses were stolen. He didn't want village people to know that. He decided to eliminate the grave burglars by himself. Thus he patrolled the cemetery every midnight. Ain't that a hell of a setup for a game? All right, so it's on free play. We're going to check it out. So you got a fire button, a jump button, and another fire button. Let's see here. Now, I'm not necessarily any good at this. The one button's doesn't fire, it doesn't seem like, unless something's wrong with the button. I didn't get him yet. Move up. Okay, what's that do? All right. Stage 1, 2. Oh, look, they kind of block too, you know? My range is up. Okay, that's pretty good. Stage 1, 3. Oh. Oh no, he came back. Did you see that? He came back. I waited too long. All right, so here's where it gets good. So notice how my fire isn't hurting him. The only way you can hurt him is with the balls. Oh no. Oh no, did they kill me? They killed me. Oh, I got him. I got him, folks. He was no match for me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I knew he was coming for me. I knew it. Great music, really. If you're considering, 90s. I don't know when this particular one was made. I would guess it probably came out later. It's kind of like, you kind of have to do the dig dug thing where you kind of stop them. All right, we're going to get to another boss, and then we'll try a different game. Uh-oh. There's spooks. All right, bring out the boss. I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. Oh, there's a death trap down here. I gotta watch that death trap. Oh no! Man, I was up there where I should have stayed up there where that one was. I should have stayed up top. Let's see if another one comes up here to me. Yep. Oh no, they landed on me. I think you might be safe up here though. Oh, I might run out of time though if I don't hit them enough. Oh, I see. If they drop through the hole in the bottom, they fall up the top. Well, I could do that too. That's interesting. So I probably shouldn't be hitting those guys because I want them to fall in the hole. Okay, here they come. Oh, they killed me again. Getting that double dragon slowdown going. Alright, so that's pretty cool. I like that game. Let's try a different one. So on these multi-carts, you hold down start and it goes back out to the main menu. Let's see here. Street Hoop. Oh, this one. Legend of Success Joe, in honor of our namesake. That's the thing with these multi-carts. They have a bunch of games on them that are not necessarily the best. I mean, Nightmare I think is really good, but this one here, not so sure. What the heck? What in the world? Legend of Success Joe. 1991. Best 10. All right, we're going to start it. A jabs. Both is a power straight. Forward and A is a hook. Forward and both is a power hook. Up and A is a uppercut. Down is body. Both is power body. Back you sway if you hit B. Down and B is low guard. Forward and B is block. Okay, I'm going to screw this all up. It's way too complex for me. They were battling each other for the boss position at the Toko Special Boys Reformatory. I'm the boss, bitch. Boom, power hit. Now what? Now what? Body blow. Ooh. There ain't none left, man. Oh. 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 Now what? Now I gotta beat up an old man. Oh, maybe that was my trainer. Joe Yabuki graduated from the Boys Reformatory and was trained hard in boxing by Danpei Tang. He took the test for professional boxing and competed with Inagaki. Fight, Yabuki. Oh, I'm Joe Yabuki. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, this could be horrible! Now what? Now what? Oh man! Oh no, I'm gonna need another quarter. Oh, look at me. Look at me. All right. We better leave that one alone. Good old Neo Geo. Crazy freaking games you never even heard of. Let's find another one here. We need one more. Zed Blade. Bang Bead. Master of Siyagi. Okay, we'll try it. I'm gonna get a bunch of people pissed because I didn't play like Samurai Showdown and all that. Look, everybody's played those. I'm gonna play the weird ones, okay? What is this? Oh, that's a tombstone, I believe. Oh, damn, it's going to be a game. Like a table game. Oh, God. 1995. Let's see the demo. Show me what's what. No demo. All right, we're gonna try it. Nope. Oh yeah, God. Graphics are cool. Yeah, we're not doing that. It's in Japanese anyway. I can't read it. I should have known better. Battle flip shot. Battle flip shot. Is that going to be soccer? Suitable for all ages. What? What? Huh? Flip shot. Battle flip shot. All right, we're going for it. A button, special attack. B button and joystick, character slides. C button provokes. UB flip and shoot with shield. Break enemies all targets so you will be winner. Mr. Justice. Boy, he even looks like me. Okay, here we go.
Round one.
Yet another Pong. I did the special attack, but I about slonged myself. Oh, you can move over. Now what? Oh, she's only got one left. Bam!
2.
Well, I guess I'm pretty great. I can't tell if you can slide forward or backwards. I guess you can. Oh no! What is she doing? I guess all I got to do is protect. It's a draw, folks. It's pretty cool one, though. I like that. Never heard of it. That's pretty good, though. Not bad. All right, we'll try one more. King of Monsters is pretty cool. Most people probably played that before, though. But and look at it puts all of some of these are on there like over and over and over again. The plus mark is they changed it a little bit. It's pretty crappy. But all the metal slugs and more. Spin Master. All right, let's go. Androdunos. Let's try that one. Let's be our last one. We can't play all night, folks. Oh yeah. How to play. Shot and bomb. Type change. So in other words, it's basically R-type. And Gradius. Look how huge. Look how large my ship is. Stage 1, the moon, Alice. Did I die? I think I died. I died again. I guess I should try not to die. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That didn't last long. Ooh. Oh, man. Well, this game looks fairly awesome, really. Ooh. Oh. Oh. One of them quarter munchers. Stage clear, clear bonus. All right. So there we go, folks. That is a Neo Geo 1 slot. Couple cool games. Very cool. The graphics, man, it's not bad really considering what they were working with. I always loved all the Neo Geo stuff because of all the attention to detail. They put so much in the background and the animations were so cool. The music was always great. Cool stuff. Well, I guess I'm one of the best in the world. I'm one of the best in the world, people. Bet you didn't even know. So there you go. That's a Neo Geo 1 slot cabinet. We thought we'd show it off a little bit just because we've never had a dedicated 1 slot. It's kind of cool. Now, by the time you see this video, we may not even have it available for sale anymore. It may have already flown off to someone else's game room. But you can see all of the arcade games that we do have for sale if you're interested in getting one on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com. There's a link below. And it's always up to date. Always, we're going to put this one up on there here tonight. And, you know, whenever we sell it, we immediately take them down. So whatever's on there is what we got. If you're local, you can come by and see us. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina. We have a video game store. You can see it's dark, but you can see all of the video games. We sell classic, vintage video games, so stop by and check that out. Or you can see all the arcade games that we're working on. We've always got a bunch that we're messing with. Whole building full of them. 2 buildings full of them, actually. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's about 15 miles south of Charlotte, North Carolina, just over the border. Now, if you can't come by because you don't live anywhere near us, that's fine. And if you don't want to buy one because they're so expensive to ship, I can understand that. But what you can do, just because we took the trouble to film this for you, is give us a thumbs up for our effort here, you know. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. You know, no comments about my gameplay, people. I mean, come on. I already just lost $3 playing. But leave your comments below. Do you remember the Neo Geos back in the day? What do you think about them? I guess I should tell where I've played one. So we're near Charlotte, North Carolina. I grew up over on, for a little while at least. I've been all around, but I grew up over off of Albemarle Road in Charlotte, North Carolina. I lived over there for a couple of years at least. And that was the first place I ever saw one of these. There was a pizza place, and right next door to the pizza place, it was in a little strip mall. It's right at the corner. It's right across from the Walmart on Albemarle Road. There's a little strip mall there, right across from the Walmart, and on that corner there where the seafood restaurant is. There's a gas station, and then there's a little strip mall, and there was a pizza place in there back in the day. This probably would have been, let me think, 1992 or something. So maybe I saw them a little after they came out. But there was a pizza place, and the guy got the bright idea that he was going to rent the building, the location right next door to the pizza place, and turn it into a game room. So he turned it into an arcade. It was so cool, man. He had about 10 games in there, and he had The Simpsons. That was the first place I ever saw that. And the only other one I can remember is he had 2 Neo Geo systems, and it had a couple games on there like Art of Fighting and Fatal Fury and Samurai Showdown, and I had never seen anything like that before. The thing with the Neo Geo back in the day was all of the characters were really big, so whenever you play the fighting games, it would zoom in on the characters and things like that. And man, there was just nothing quite like it. So they had the coolest fighting games, just different than everything else. Now, they weren't cooler than Street Fighter 2. Whenever that came out, it just blew all that crap out of the water. But in some ways they were. You know, they had, well, you've seen them all, but at the time, they were doing stuff on the Neo Geo that you couldn't do anywhere else just because of the size of the sprites and the way it could scale and all of that. Very impressive to me as a teenager. So, that's where I first played a Neo Geo. That's the first time I ever saw one. And now here it is all these years later, and I own one. I've owned many, actually. So it's cool to get one of these in and fix it up a little bit, play it a little bit, and then send it off to someone's game room. Somebody will buy this, and they'll be very happy to finally get one for their own collection. So leave your comments below. Let us know what you think about the Neo Geo, and hope you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to test it a little bit, and everything tested good. So we will see you on the next video.